record the session from my side. Let me share the screen. Right, please mute yourself if you don't have questions. Okay, so fine. Right, so backup type. Okay, I'm going to choose full backup. Okay, right. So full backup, I told you, right, it will do actually two things. One is it will take the backup of the whole database, like your data files and log file. Okay, right. After successful full backup, it will do one more thing. I'll tell you what it will do. Okay, right. So I have to give, okay, what I have to give here. Wait a minute, someone joined. Okay, Guru, you can record the session, right? So full backup means it's a file, right? Means you are creating backup of a database. Means a file will be created. File is creating means you have to give location, right? In which location the file is going to be created. You have to say, for example, you are creating a document. Okay, while saving, you are going to mention, you are going to specify the particular path, right? In which path it has to be saved. In the same way, whenever a file is creating, you have to give the path to which location the file is going to be created. Okay, so you can, this is the default path, not default path, I'll tell you. You can remove this old path. Okay, you can remove this old path and you are going to select the backup component is database. Okay, just select the backup component is database, and backup, you are going to take the backup to the disk as your, as the
Sir,
backup file.
sir, I
Yes,
have a doubt.
yes,
Sir,
yes,
సేల్స్ డేటాబేస్ లో ఉన్న డేటాబేస్ ఎంప్లాయీ డేటాబేస్ బ్యాకప్ చేస్తున్నారు సార్. ఇక్కడ పైన సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి కదా సార్ ఎంప్లాయీ డేటాబేస్ అని
yes, yes,
సీక్రెట్ సర్వర్ లో.
yes. Okay, so forget about the sales. In case,
ఓకే
okay,
ఓకే
after opening this window, if your mind is changed, in case you want to take the backup of sales, you can choose any database from here. That's what I want to say. Don't think like I'm trying to take the sales
ఓకే
database by selecting employee database. Okay, it's not which database is selected. I'm trying to take the backup of that database only. In case you want to change the database, you
ఓకే
can simply select the database by using this drop down list. Okay, forget about the sales. In case you want to take the sales database backup, select the sales database backup from here. In case you want to take the backup of master database, select the master database. Means this is just a window. Whatever database backup you want to take, you can take the backup of particular database by choosing from this drop down. Okay, so now I want to take the backup
ఓకే
of employee database. That's why I choose employee database here. Okay, clear?
ఓకే సార్.
Yeah, let me unselect this one, copy only backup. Okay, we are not going to take the copy only backup. So full backup, and make sure you choose database, and you are going to take the backup to the disk, right? The file is going to be created in a disk. So choose disk here and remove the old path and go to the add section, give the new path to which location you want to take the backup. This is the default path. Okay, C program files, Microsoft SQL Server, MS SQL, MS SQL Server, and MS SQL folder. In that backup folder, you can take the backup to this location. Okay, just click on the browse button. Okay, automatically the backup file location will be chosen. Then just give the file name here. Okay, so whenever in case you have to, usually in the organization, okay, we will have jobs will take the backups automatically. Very rarely, not rarely, in case if you have 100 databases or 200 databases or 2000 databases, no need to take the backup of all the databases manually. It is important to take the backup of all the databases, but you don't need to take the database backup manually. Okay, we have automation in the SQL Server. We are going to configure the jobs will invoke automatically to take the backup of all the databases, right? So here, in case if you want to take the backup manually, then we are going to take the backup manually like this, right? So here you have to give the file. In such case, you have to give the file name. So make sure don't give your name or else someone else name for backup file. Okay, try to include the database name so that other DBS also can see that is an employee database. Try to include what kind of backup it is. It's a full backup. Try to include on what day you took the backup. What is the day today? 2nd July, right? 02/07/2021, so that so that the person can easily understand, okay, you took this backup on 2nd July, so that in case it is an old backup, you can delete it later, like after 1 month you see this backup in the drive, backup drive or folder. So you thought, okay, this is last month backup, I can easily delete this backup. So try to include the date in the backup file. This is how we are going to give the backup file professionally. Okay, .bak backup file extension is, full backup file extension is .bak. Okay, so like this you have to give the file name. You can give your own name also. Don't think like for employee database I have to give employee name only. For employee database backup I can give Shanmugh, I can give money, I can give whatever I want. Okay, but it's not for our purpose, right? It's for organization purpose. So you have to give the name properly, professionally. Okay, just click OK and click OK. Okay, so you can see now this is the path to this location. It is going to create this file, employee underscore full underscore with the date.bak. Media options. Okay, here you can see overwrite media. Here you have to understand two terminologies. Okay, backup set, media set. Backup set, media set. What is this backup set and what is this media set? The file which you are creating, employee underscore full underscore 02072021.bak, the file which you are creating, this is a physical file, right? So this file we are going to call it as a backup set. This file employee underscore full underscore 02072021, this file is called a backup set. Then what is meant by media set? Collection of backup sets is called media set. Collection of backup sets is called media set. I'll explain the media set later. Okay, so go to media options. Here you can see backup to the existing media set. Again you have two options: append to the existing backup set, overwrite all the existing backup sets. We have one more option, backup to the new media set. Okay, so overwrite media, we have two options. One is backup to the existing media set, second one is backup to the new media set. By default this option will be selected, backup to the existing media set. So whenever you are creating backup for the first time, a file will be created. Okay, if you see here, there are two options: append to the existing backup set, overwrite all existing backup sets. In case you want to append the next time you are taking the backup, with the same name. Okay, with the same name. So in that case we have two options. First option is it will append to the existing backup set, like the backup set is employee full 02072021, right? The file name, it will append to the existing backup set. Or else if you don't like to append, you can choose overwrite all the existing backup sets. So it will delete the existing backup set and it will create the new backup set. This is the meaning of overwrite all existing backup sets. In case if you don't understand, nothing to worry. By default append to the existing backup set will be selected.
So append mean here is like if we are taking a backup, the next backup would be added to the old backups,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And overwrite mean it's gonna delete the old
Delete,
ones and
and it is going to create the new backup set.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, right? So append means it is going to append to the existing backup set. Overwrite means it is going to delete the existing backups and it is going to create a new backup set. Okay, right? So backup options, if you see here backup options, this is a newly introduced page from SQL 2017, I guess. Nothing to select here. In case you want to expire, you want to set expiration. Okay, this backup set will expire after 30 days, something like. If you choose like that, even though if someone got this backup file, they cannot restore. Why? Because that was expired. You cannot eat the expired products, right? So in the same way you cannot use the expired product. In the same way, after, if you choose expiration is 3 days or 5 days, in case after 5 days if you want to use also, you cannot make use of that file. Why? Because it was expired. So you can set the backup expiration. but usually we don't do in the organization. Okay, so in case you want, you can choose the backup set expiration. Backup compression, this is also very important, guys. Backup compression, usually, okay, it is going to compress the backup. Tell me, compressing the backup is good or bad?
It would be good in terms of the storage, like, it won't take that much space because it's going to be compressed.
Mhm.
So whenever compress the data, so at the time we will lost some data, sir.
Are you sure? So in case that is the case, why Microsoft gave that compression option? Okay, so backup compression is not bad. It's an excellent feature for the SQL Server backups. Okay, why? Because I'll tell you what is the advantage with the backup compression. You don't believe, if you turn on the backup compression, okay, if the backup file is like, say for example, employee database size is 100 GB. Imagine employee database size is 100 GB. Okay, so if you don't turn on the backup compression, if you take the backup of employee database, how much file will be generated? What is the file size of the backup file?
Would be the same if we are not
Same.
taking the compression. Yeah.
Yes, it will be the same, like 100 GB only.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you turn on the compression on, okay,
The size
imagine,
will be little less.
yes, how can you expect how much it will be saved? Can you expect, anyone expect that how much it is going
Yeah,
to be saved?
I just there is a new feature in Microsoft as well. Day before yesterday, I was just saving Word document to docx,
Okay.
and it's already compressed the document. So the file was 1.1 somewhere, and then it got compressed. I think after compressing, it just kind of the size dropped to maybe 3 times less than the exact size. Although everything was same inside the document itself, I think it's just the settings.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Okay. So yes, it will be like from 5 times to 10 times in the SQL Server. Imagine for 100 GB database, if you turn on the compression, backup compression, okay, would you expect the size? It will be 5 GB to 10 GB. 90% of the storage you can save it. And remember, again, storing 90% is not a big thing, or else it's not a great thing. Here, tell me, writing a 10 GB file will take more resources, or writing a 100 GB file will take more resources? Which will take more resources?
100
Obviously
GB, sir.
100.
Which will take more resources? 100. Writing 100
100.
GB file will take more resources. Okay, means yes, directly you are saving the storage, indirectly you are saving the resources of the SQL Server, indirectly you are saving the cost of the SQL Server. So compression, not only in terms of storage, compression will be beneficial in terms of performance also. Don't think like even a single record is going to be loose. Okay, so the same data will be there, nothing will be dropped, no data loss will be there if you do the compression also. So the best option the SQL Server is backup compression should be on, otherwise you are going to lose the storage. Okay, like for 100 GB database you are going to get 100 GB backup file. Okay, and again it will take lot of time to write 100 GB backup file. It might take 30 minutes or 1 hour, whereas if it is a 5 GB backup file or 10 GB backup file, it may complete in 5 minutes or less than that. Okay, so you can compare not only in terms of storage, in terms of resources, in terms of saving the cost also. Okay, in terms of performance also, compression is good. So usually set backup compression on. You can choose 3 options here. Use the default server setting, compress backup, do not compress backup. So what option I have to choose here? What option I have to choose here? Compress backup, do not compress backup, or
Just
use the
compress
default server?
backup. Compress
Okay.
backup.
Yes. So imagine I'm taking 100 databases backups. Every time I have to choose compress backup is little bit difficult, right? So you can see first option, use the default server setting. You can turn on the same setting in the server level. Okay. If you go to the server properties, if you go to the database settings, here you can see compress backup. If you just turn on the backup compression, so here no need
Yeah.
to choose anything, as compression is turn on server level. So use the default server setting on the server level. If the backup compression is on, it will take the backups with compression. On the server level, if the backup compression is off, it will take the backups without compression. Got it?
Right.
So no need to change the setting, but again, make sure you choose backup compression in the server level. So automatically will take the, okay, use the default server setting option. You can generate the script for this query and you can click OK. You can see the status here, how much percentage of backup is completed. As my database is very small, you can see 100% immediately once I click OK. If it is a big database and all, you can see, okay, you can see 5% completed, 10%. You can see a kind of counter. Okay, you can see the counter 5, 10, 15, 20 like that. You can see the counter. Okay, and this is the query: backup database name to disk is equal to. Okay, this is the file name, right? And you can see the whole script, a big script here. Okay, right. I'm sorry for that. Right now, can I run this script? I already took the backup with the same file name. Okay, what is the file name? Employee full 2027. Okay, 02/07/2021. This is the file name. Now, what happened if I run the script again? It is going to be successful, or it will throw the error as the file name is already existed in the same location.
Would it overwrite?
Successful and it would be overwrite.
Successful and it would be overwrite. Are you sure? Did we choose overwrite option? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
is it? Did we choose overwrite option?
We didn't, but it will just take it as in because the we already took the backup on that location.
So it will take it. It won't throw any error.
I think so.
What is the default option? Append or
Default
overwrite?
option for what?
For backup files, is it append or overwrite?
Append.
sir.
It's gonna take one more backup.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It's gonna take one more backup.
Sure.
Right. Okay, so it will take one more backup. Okay, so it won't throw any error. Why? Because
Right,
by
yeah,
default it
okay.
will be appended to the existing
Yep.
backup set. If you see here, okay, now go to the location, see program files, Microsoft SQL Server, instance root directory, MS SQL backup. This is the default
Backup.
path. Okay, this is the
Yeah.
default path. See here. Okay, we run 2 times. One is using window and second one is using query. Now you can see only one backup file. Why? Because the default option would be append when if you give same file name and if you give same path. If I change my path, new file will be created. If I change my file name, new file name will be created. Okay, but 2 cases it is going to be appended when if the path is same, the file name is same, then only it is going to append it to the existing backup set. So now I told you, right, backup set means a single backup file, media set means collection of backup sets. Now tell me, this is a backup set or media set?
Backup
This
set,
file,
sir.
Backups.
are you sure?
Employee underscore full. That is our backup set. But this is basically our media where our things are getting stored.
This
Some
is means
couple of
this path.
backup.
Yeah, this path is exactly the media, like where our data is getting
No,
stored.
forget about the path. Okay, I need this file as a backup set or media set.
Backup set, sir.
The file itself is a backup set.
What is the
Some
definition
group
for
of
backup set?
Sir, some group of backup files we can call media set, right?
What is this
Yeah.
now? Backup set or media set?
Backup set, sir.
Group of backup files means don't think like we'll have multiple backups. The all multiple backups we can call it as a media set. This is a media set. In this file, you have 2 full backups.
Okay.
Got it? One is
Yeah.
using window. Second one is using
Yeah.
query. See here, what is the size? 921. If I run it again, what is the size? 1381. If I run it again, what is the size? 1841. Okay, the file
Yeah,
will be
okay.
added to the existing file that is called
Yeah.
media set. So in
Mm.
this file, 4 full backups are there.
Are you able to open this file?
No, you cannot open it. It will be corrupted. Don't try to open the backup files. Those files will be corrupted.
So where we can see the information.
I'll tell you how many backup files are there in a media set. I can show you. Okay, but you cannot physically, okay, see those files.
Mhm.
Okay, fine. So first time if you took the backup, that is a backup set. Next time if you are taking the backup with the same name to the same location, the file will be appended, right? So it will have 2 backup files. That is a media set. More than one backup set is a media set. In this file we have 4 full backups, which is a, okay, don't think while restoring this file, okay, it will restore the all 4 full backups. No, it will restore the recent full backup automatically. It will take the recent full backup from this list and it is going to, don't think like it will fail. No, it won't fail. You can either choose whatever full backup you want. If you don't choose, it will automatically took the recent full backup to restore the database.
Right.
Got it? So this is called media set. So there is a chance you cannot simply say this is a backup set or media set by just looking the file. Don't know, might be the DBA took with the same name multiple times. Okay, you cannot simply say just by looking the file name. You can use different methods. Okay, before restoring, you have to click on content option. There you can see the, okay, multiple full backups or how many full backups are there in this file. Okay, so this is how we are going to take the backup. Let me take the backup in a simple query, control N. Okay, backup, what you want to backup? I want to backup the database. Which database? I want to backup the employee. Backup database name to location you have to specify, right? To disk is equal to, okay, employee underscore full backup underscore 02072021.back. Now tell me, is this query going to work or not? I didn't mention the path.
No, sir. Need to provide folder path.
Everyone, I need answers from everyone. Yes or no? Just yes or no?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Honey,
I'm just thinking whether we should have to give C, the full shared path, or whether we can just give the last
everyone.
name.
Priya,
No, sir.
Kartik,
Path
Vishnu.
we have to give, I think.
Yeah, okay. Geeta, Guru Prasad, Parameshwar Reddy, Guru,
Yes, sir.
Srikanth. Okay,
Drive.
yeah,
Need to give drive.
drive path. Okay, so here the query will be successful. Okay, so it will be successful. Okay, why it will be successful without giving the path to which location it will take the backup? To the default
I
location.
now know, because it's a media set. Because it's a media set.
Got it, sir.
Okay,
It's a
so
media set.
earlier while opening the window, I told you by default it will take one backup path, that is the default path. So even though you don't mention the path, okay, it will take the backup to the default location. This is the default location. You can see full backup employee, full backup 0207, and you can see the time also 9:06. Now the time is 9:06. So earlier I took at 9:02 and I took at 9:06. So in this way you can take the backup for the database even though without mentioning the path also. Okay, just 1 minute. right? Bye. Okay, so even though you don't mention the path, okay, so it will still take the backup to the default path. This is the default path. Okay, you can see the backup file also. This is the backup file. Okay, employee full backup on 02/07/2021. You can see like this. Okay, so this is how it will work. So it is not compulsory. Okay, it's not compulsory to mention the backup path. If you don't mention it, it won't throw the error. It will simply take the backup to the default backup location. Okay, right?
But then why it has created a new copy, like, not saved under the same,
Tell me why
uh,
it was created a new copy. Tell me. You only tell me now. When it will create, what is the condition? It will create a
when
new
there,
copy. What is the condition to happen to the existing copy? Two conditions we have discussed. In which case
yeah,
it is going to be appended? Which case it is going to be appended?
when there is already, when there is already a kind of copy of that backup itself, then it's gonna be appended in the same full backup copy. But in this case as well, we already had the employee full backup, whatever the location is, but why it didn't go to the same copy again, rather than, it just got created a new copy.
Can anyone answer Hani's question?
Yes, sir. The name of the file is changed, right? So
No. Or it's just full backup to full. That's why.
Yes. Okay. In case if you change a small one letter also, okay, the file name will be changed. Full is different. Full backup is different, right? You see here full, and this is full backup. When I told when it is going to be appended, if you give same name, exact name, employee underscore full underscore 02/07/2021.bak, then only it will again append. But here you changed it. I just mentioned here you can see full, but here you can see full backup. The file name is different now. So it is going to create a new backup set.
Even though you haven't created the location yet, but it will just automatically create
Yes.
the same name.
Yes. It will go to the default location with the same name. But
And
yes,
will create
in
a
case,
copy.
yes, in case if I see here, if I just
Can you just take off the backup option from the query?
backup,
From that query? No, not from here. When you go above employee underscore full backup,
okay,
just give the same name. I just want to
yeah,
see
you
whether
can give it. Okay, see here. Okay, again it will be appended. What is the size? 1841, right?
it
Now
1841.
let me run. Okay, now you can see 2301. There
Yeah.
is no
Okay.
file created.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
if I
It's
change
not.
this full to just something, if I added any number, if I added again, it will create a
Yeah.
new backup set. See here, third backup set is
Yeah.
created.
Okay.
Okay, so if you change the name, even though the same path is selected, as you change the name, okay, the file name, the new file name will be created. This is the file name backup set. Only one full backup is existed in this backup set. If you again run the same query, okay, the backup set will become a media set. Now see here, full one is appended with one more backup set. You can see the change 921 KB. Okay, right? Any questions, any doubts here?
I think someone just asked question about the server. I think I had the same question as well.
We
We
need
need
to
to
take
take
backup
backup
to
to
another
another
server.
server.
We need to
We
take
need to
backup
give
to
the
another
shared
storage.
path.
How can we
Shared
give the
path.
path? Yes. Okay. So I'll tell you there is a way. Okay. One way is yes, shared path. Okay. The shared path, actually you cannot take the backup to the different server, but you can take the backup to the shared location. That
Yeah,
shared
shared
location may be
location.
from the different
Yeah.
server. Okay.
Yeah.
There is another way you can take the backup to the different path also from different server. Okay. We'll discuss in the migration concept. Okay. You can directly from this server, like imagine this server is 107, right? 192.168.0.107. Now you want to take the backup to the 108. The same here, from 107 server you want to take the backup to the 108 server. That you can achieve, but there should be a communication between those two servers. Those two servers has to communicate. There should be a port open between those two servers. So in that case
You
you
mean
can take,
domain, if they are on a same domain kind of
yes,
thing?
same domain kind of thing. Yes. if they are in the
Okay.
same domain. Okay, so a port should be open between the two servers. Then
Yes,
you can
right.
take the backup from 107 server to 108 location. Okay, that is possible.
Correct.
I'll tell you. Right, fine. So this is all about your full backup. Let's discuss about the differential backup. Okay, so full backup. Okay, usually in the organization we are going to take the full backup. Okay, every week. Okay, usually it's not crime that taking full backup every day, but usually the recommendation is every week people are going to take the full backup. Every day taking full backup. Why? Because backups are performance killers. Okay, backups are performance killers. Don't try to take the full backup in the weekday. If it is if the database is big, if it is small, if it can complete in 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, not an issue. But if it is going to take 2 hours, 3 hours, it is going to kill the performance of the server. So usually we will take the backups, full backups every week, Sunday or Saturday night or early morning, to avoid the performance related issues and all, right? So differential backup, in case if you are taking backup every week. Okay, so if you remember the patching concept, service packs are going to be released for every year, but you cannot wait. Okay, next year service pack will release, then I'm going to patch the SQL server in the next year. You cannot wait, right? If something happened, so you are going to utilize the cumulative update concept. Okay, so that no need to wait till next year. In case you want to patch your server, you can patch it with the cumulative update, right? In the same way, weekly I'm going to take the full backup. Okay, so what if something happened in the middle of the week? Imagine every Sunday you're taking full backup. Every Sunday you're taking full backup. Saturday my database is corrupted. How you are going to achieve from Sunday to Saturday data? How you are going to get the data from Sunday to Saturday? 6 days data, how you are going to get it? That can be achieved using differential backups. Okay, so differential backups, what it will do? Okay, differential backups, I guess we discussed this point in the system pages, DCM, differential changed map. Differential backup will take the backup of all the extents that has changed since last full backup. Okay, let me show you one diagram so that you will get better clarity. Okay, differential backup. Okay, differential backup. Let me open any diagram. You can understand easily. Don't confuse here by just looking the whole diagram. Okay, don't worry here. Right. Okay, let me explain this one. Okay, so this is a daily, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is the full backup. If you see here, the full backup. Okay, data one, it is going to take the backup of the whole database. Okay, at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, it is going to take the backup of whole database. Okay, at 1 p.m. Okay, 4 records are added: data 2, data 3, data 4. Okay, 3 more records are added to the data 1. You can see the change. These 3 records are newly added records by 1 p.m. If you initiate differential backup after 1 p.m. Okay, after 1 p.m. if you initiate the differential backup after 1 p.m., what differential backup will do? It will take the backup of the extents that has been changed since last full backup. Since last full backup means since 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. what are the extents changed? These data 2, data 3, data 4, right? Your differential backup will take the backup of only the changed extents. Okay, again at 4 p.m. okay, data 5, data 6 are added. Now tell me, okay, now tell me at 4 p.m. data 5, data 6 are added. Now at 4:30, in case if I initiate full backup, how many data records will come at 4:30 differential backup?
2, sir.
2.
5,
Only
6.
2. Okay,
2,
so
3, 4,
10
5,
a.m.
6.
okay, 10 a.m. one record is already there. Okay, 10 a.m. one record is already there. You took the full backup. Okay, so that you got one record in the full backup file. Okay. At 11 a.m., imagine 3 more records are added. Okay. 2, 3, 4 records are added at 11 a.m. Now you just initiated differential backup at 11:10. Imagine just 11:10 a.m. Okay, you just initiated a differential backup. So what records backup is going to take? 11:10 a.m. backup. What and all backups it is going to cover? What and all records it is going to cover?
2, 3, 4, sir.
2, 3,
4 records.
4. Very good. Okay, 2, 3, 4 records will be there in the 11:10 differential backup. Okay, right. Now at 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. Okay, 12 p.m. Okay, fifth record and sixth record are added. Now at 12:30, you just initiated a differential backup. Now tell me what and all records will be covered in the 12:30 differential backup.
2,
5,
3,
6.
4, 5, 6.
2, 3,
5, 6.
4, 5, 6.
2, 3, 4,
Only
5,
five.
6.
Only 5, 6. Someone is saying only 5, 6. Someone is saying 2, 3, 5, 6. 2, 3,
2,
4,
3,
5,
4, 5,
6.
6.
Yeah. So which one
Oh,
is correct? 2, 3, 4,
Because
5, 6 or
differential
2, 3,
backup
4,
is,
5, 6.
it will track the data from last successful backup, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So the answer is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whenever you are initiating the differential backup, every time the landmark for the differential backup is last successful full backup. What is the last successful full backup? 10 a.m. full backup is the last successful full backup. From 10 a.m., what are the changes done? From 10 a.m. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 records are added. So 12 p.m. or 12:30 p.m. differential backup will cover 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.